Hi, my name is Margaret Mepps-Schulte, the founder of Three Choices Creative Communications. Today, I'm going to give you a valuable piece of advice about communications for your nonprofit or your business. The more creative your marketing and communications are, the more cost-effective they will be. Because if you do the same thing as everyone else, you have to shout louder and pay more to be heard. But if you target your audience carefully and come up with an appealing and different message, you can communicate directly without shouting. To illustrate my point, I'm going to talk about hats. I'm showing this not because I sell hats or work with clients who make hats, but because I wear hats. And whether you're running a nonprofit or a small business, you have to wear a lot of different hats. Anything from management, fundraising, sales, accounting, even a sweeping the floor hat. But in order to be successful, you'll eventually need to outsource some of those hats, and that's where I come in. When it's time for you to work with a marketing and communications professional, you don't have the budget or the time to find the top expert in every area. You need someone who wears a lot of hats like you do. I don't expect you to remember all the different things I do. I just want you to remember me as the Hat Lady and call me when you need someone to help you communicate. Because this is what I do. I do marketing and communications for nonprofits, authors, and artists. I help them deliver the right information to the right person in the right format. I'm going to show you 4 projects that each required many hats to accomplish. The first one, nonprofit board members were unprepared for future scenarios. The solution involved brainstorming, game design, graphic design, and web publishing, giving it a hat score of 4. The solution was a card game that board members and staff can play to get them thinking about possibilities. They can play it as an icebreaker, use it as a discussion tool, or even score it and give a prize to the winner. Here's another problem. Even after training, people still don't do it right. How do you get them to do what you want them to do? This project was developed in partnership with Nancy Bacon. Solution is the Aim for Action framework. The premise is you can't just teach people and then expect them to change their behaviors. You have to address more areas than just learning. We teach the framework itself through infographic, animated video, and a website. Here's a technical problem. How do you deliver 24/7 nonprofit learning and resources? The solution is a website, but what kind of website? The Washington Nonprofit Institute website was built on a WordPress news site template that the organization already owned and used for their main site. It allows them to organize hundreds of training documents and links in a way that's attractive and easy to navigate. And the last problem statement. How do you give money away, good problem to have, fairly and consistently? This project involved creating a lot of, basically creating a manual. So there was a lot of writing, research, design, that sort of thing. But my favorite aspect of the project was cat herding. I worked with the board of directors of an organization that was offering art grants. After we did all the research on other organizations that were doing similar work, we developed a manual that the committee can use to decide what's grant worthy and how much to give. The flowcharts enable them to simply go through the process and do it fairly and consistently. I've given you a lot of information in a short time, so I'm going to remind you of that important statement from the beginning. The more creative your marketing and communications are, the more cost-effective they will be. So when you're ready to work with someone super creative on a marketing or communications project, you know who to call. Call the Hat Lady, Mepps, 206-232-1234.